Hello everyone, in this video we are going to detect any malware which is making any outbound connection from a temp directory. Let's say your IDS is detecting that server is making a repeated outbound connection to a suspicious address in a foreign country. Okay? This is unusual because the server normally only communicate internally. Attackers what they do is often drop malicious binary in a temp folder, temp directory, or where temp directory because these locations are writable by all the users and are rarely monitored even. So what's your goal? Your goal is to identify this kind of active outbound connection and check if any of these processes are running from a temporary directories. Okay. So we are going to run some queries and we are going to identify any outbound connections they are making or not. First of all, let's go into the interactive shell OS query. Now we are going to run the query. Select first of all the process ID, the local port, because usually any connections are being made. What are the things we are looking when any connections are being made? Local port, local address, remote address, and the remote port, and what is the state of that connection. So I'm going to add those field: local address, local underscore address. Then even I'm going to add local port, remote address, remote port, and the state of it. From where we need to get this? We need to get this from a open socket, and where remote as the state is equal to established. Perfect. So we got all this connections which are going from the local machine to even some of the different IP address, and the state are currently established. Whatever local ports and remote ports also we are able to identify. Okay. Now next what we are going to say is any process are running from a temp. As I mentioned, temporary directories are writable by all the users and it is rarely monitored. So we are going to see if any process are running from a temporary directory. So select process ID, then its name and the path from all the processes where my path will be temp directory. Also I am going to add one more path will be where temp. Okay. So now I can see there are two processes are running. Name of that process is Avil process and the path is temp Avil process. This process look like a suspicious because these executables are running from our temporary directories. Okay, why it is important? Outbound connections to any unknown IP address may indicate it is trying to talk to any command and control center traffic. Maybe it is, it is making a data exfiltration. This is even pointing to the botnet or crypto mining. So yeah, this is how we are going to detect any malware is making an outbound connection from a temporary directory. You can take this process ID number and you can kill. For an example, if I want to kill this one, just kill 9 and then process number 8445. So this is going to be killed by this command. So what we have learned from this, we can run the query to identify any outbound connections which may indicate a data exfiltration. We can correlate all the process ID from processes and socket tables, any unusual binary names or locations which even we can identify because We were even checking for other directories if we want to. Any long running unknown processes even may require deeper analysis. Okay, so I think this video helpful to you to find out any outbound connections making to the outer world. If we even find out the remote address like the IP address, even we can take it to the virus total and check if it is suspicious or not. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next.